It's showtime, folks.
Better Call Saul is a superior show to Breaking Bad. While it lacks the fast-paced action, tense standoffs, and conversation-sparking plot points, Saul is the more refined drama. To those uninitiated with Better Call Saul, this is a blasphemous claim. But honestly, it's something to be expected, and frankly it would be disappointing if the creative team behind Breaking Bad had not honed their craft and improved with Saul where Bad was lacking. The series flaunts an unassuming mastery of telling a standalone story separated by a number of years from Breaking Bad, albeit linked through a shared setting and a few familiar faces. What I want to focus on is a case study of one Better Call Saul hour. Episode 4 from Season 2, Gloves Off. There hasn't been an episode before or since that showcases the writer's unrivaled understanding of how to make a prequel engaging. The biggest problem with prequels, as is the case with Better Call Saul, whose central protagonist is a key player in parent show Breaking Bad, is that we know exactly how things are going to pan out in the long run. Unlike in Breaking Bad, where Walter White's association with drug cartels and the like made the death of him or his family a constant looming possibility, we know no such fate awaits Jimmy. Likewise, the main supporting character is Mike Ehrmantraut, another figure we know will safely navigate 6 more years to coincide with Breaking Bad's run. The answer then, put simply, is not to revel solely in the reveal of plot twists, but to set up a journey that flies in direct conflict with what we already know, where the result, the payoff that Breaking Bad excelled at delivering, is not nearly as interesting as the journey. Let me explain.
Can we just get down to brass tacks here?
The previous episode ends with Mike, in need of money to help his stepdaughter, accepting the job of killing someone for an associate.
There's a guy. I need him to go away.
Gloves Off's pre-title teaser then shows us Mike dropping an envelope full of cash on the table. This establishes he completed the job and is momentarily disappointing when we begin to question if the showrunners are refraining from letting us see the hit. Moments later we see Mike beaten half to hell, implying that while he was successful, it cannot have gone simply. Later still, we find out the target is Tuco Salamanca, throwing another spanner in the mix because he too exists in Breaking Bad's timeline. How can Mike have possibly carried out the assassination? The stakes are firmly planted. How has become more interesting than what.
See, that's your problem, Jimmy. Thinking the ends justify the means.
Eagle-eyed devotees of Breaking Bad will be clued into Tuco's involvement earlier, thanks to the shot of Mike holding Tuco's famous boxing glove necklace from Season 1 of Bad, as well as Season 1 of Saul. Nacho's story about wanting Tuco gone because he gets crazy on drugs.
When he's using loco, crazy, there's no other way to put it.
Both aligns with what fans of Breaking Bad know, as well as upping the ante for Mike's confrontation with the gangster, when we see Tuco using moments before the hit.
Fill me up, Chandler. Put it in me.
Chandler's my youngest. Loves it.
Not every episode of Better Call Saul follows this pattern, and that's good. Too much of anything gets stale quickly. The execution of Gloves Off is an acknowledgement on the creators' behalf that they are in complete control of their medium. They plan so acutely and execute so effectively that even the most discerning viewer has no choice but to trust them and absorb every detail of the ride. Beyond acting as a formulaic refinement on designing prequel stories, Gloves Off furthers Mike's loss of moral concern. Receiving half pay for 5 times the hassle is an ethical choice the Mike of Breaking Bad would never entertain. He will, one day, tell Walter White,
"No more half measures, Walter."
This episode shows him starting down the path of first learning that lesson himself.
Get to the point.
Just saying you went a long way to not pull that trigger. Why?
Going beyond just this episode, the black and white interludes at the inception of each season plant Better Call Saul in two distinct realms. The show is not just preoccupied with backstory, but acts simultaneously as a payoff for Jimmy's entire arc across two series.
Clearly his taste in women is the same as his taste in lawyers, only the very best, with just the right amount of dirty.
Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul exist as a duality. Events from Bad are conceived in Saul, but this latest show retroactively paints what we see of Goodman in Breaking Bad with new, richer colours in a kind of grand-scale Kuleshov experiment. Breaking Bad was easy to love because it had everything. Better Call Saul is more niche and focused, more firmly anchored by the story it wants to tell because of it. At its core, Walter White's character development over 5 seasons was of a greenhorn tasting power, allowing it to corrupt him and hurdling the self-inflicted consequences. I'm unable to describe Jimmy McGill's journey in little over 2 seasons within a single sentence. He wants to be loyal to a brother who grows to hate him, be an upstanding citizen for the benefit of the woman he loves, but he also wants to exercise his inner Slippin' Jimmy and the talent for orchestrating subterfuge. Jimmy's motivations are a gaseous collection of scattered thoughts and moving targets, malleable and freeform like a Saul Goodman monologue. It's testament to the enduring creativity of showrunners Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould that the primary story investment is a sibling rivalry, which speaks volumes as to how self-assured Better Call Saul is. While other shows try to please through scale and bluster, Saul impresses by digging deeper with fewer characters, allowing scenes set in empty suburbs, lonely hotel bars and eerily silent law offices to stretch and breathe. It's in this void that uncertain people make foolish decisions about their lives.